Hey, let's cut the fluff. If you're watching this, it's probably because something in your life feels off. You're tired of the same cycle. Wake up late, scroll too long, overthink everything, say you'll change, and then don't. Maybe you've read the books, watched the motivation reels, told yourself, this is my year, but here you are, still stuck, still frustrated, still not where you know you should be. And deep down, it pisses you off because you know you're capable of more. You were built for more, but for some reason, you keep falling short. Let me tell you something brutal. It's not the world holding you back. It's not your job. It's not your ex. It's not your upbringing. It's you. It's your habits, your mindset, your reactions. It's your weakness and your constant negotiations with it. But today that ends, because I'm not here to tell you you're amazing just the way you are. I'm here to remind you of the man you were meant to become, the man who's buried under years of distraction, laziness, and emotional weakness. And the tool we're going to use, Stoicism, not as a philosophy, but as a weapon. In this video, I'm giving you 12 brutal Stoic rules that will fix your mind, rebuild your discipline, and reshape your entire life if you have the balls to follow through. Ready? Let's get to work. Rule 1. Stop negotiating with your weakness. No more deals with the devil inside you. Let's get something straight. Every time you hit that snooze button, every time you say just one more scroll, every time you go back to her, knowing damn well she's not good for you, you're making a deal with weakness. And the more deals you make, the more it owns you. That voice in your head, the one whispering, skip the gym today, you're tired. Text her back, what's the harm? Start next week. That voice is a liar. That voice is a thief, and it's stealing your potential one compromise at a time. Marcus Aurelius said, build up your life, action by action, and be content if each one achieves its goal. Not thought by thought, not excuse by excuse. Action by action. The strong version of you, the one with a clear mind, a focused body, a warrior spirit isn't some mystery to be discovered. He's already inside you, but right now, he's suffocating under years of softness, comfort, and emotional surrender. You want to change your life. Start by killing the version of you that keeps saying later. That version is not your friend. It's your cage. So next time weakness knocks, don't answer, don't debate, don't explain, shut it down. You don't negotiate with the devil. You choose strength. Drop this in the comments if you're done folding. No more deals with weakness. I choose strength. Rule 2. Control your reactions or be controlled. You're not a puppet. Stop reacting like one. Let me paint you a picture. Two men. Both hear the exact same insult. One laughs, shakes it off. The other, he takes it personal. It eats him alive. It controls his mood for days. Same words, different results, different power. Why? Because one man controls his reactions, the other man controlled by them. Epictetus said, it's not the things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. It's not the traffic, not the breakup, not the rude co-worker. It's how you respond. If you can be triggered by anything, you can be controlled by anyone. And if you're that easy to manipulate, you're not a man. You're a puppet, a toy for the world to play with. Want to reclaim your power? Then here's the formula. Pause, breathe, step back. Ask yourself, what can I control right now? If the answer isn't external, then you know the fight is internal. Because real power doesn't come from domination. It comes from emotional control. A man who can keep his peace under pressure, he's lethal. He's unpredictable. He's calm. He moves with precision. Be that man. My peace is mine. I will not hand it over. Rule 3. Do the hard things, especially when you don't feel like it. Your feelings are lying to you. Let's get brutally honest. You already know what you need to do. Wake up earlier. Cut off the toxic girl. Sai no more. Start the business. Hit the gym. Stay off your damn phone. You know, but you don't do it. Why? Because you're waiting to feel like it. That's the trap. That's the prison. That's why your life isn't changing. The Stoics didn't wait for motivation. They expected resistance. They welcomed discomfort, because that's where transformation lives. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Translation: stop waiting to feel ready. Stop trying to look good. Do the damn work. The gym session, when you're exhausted, that's a win. The honest conversation you want to avoid, that's growth. The early morning when your mind screams sleep, that's the proving ground. Each time you do what's hard, especially when it's inconvenient, you build armor. You build proof. You build the man you were meant to become. Discipline is not sexy. It's not viral, but it works. And if you don't start chasing hard things now, you'll be chased down later by regret. And regret will beat you harder than any workout ever could. So when your body says, stop, push. When your mind doubts, move. When comfort whispers, reject it. Because the man who does the hard things becomes the man who can do anything. I do what's hard, especially when I don't feel like it. Rule 4. Cut the noise. Master your focus. A scattered mind builds nothing. Let me be clear. You can't fix your life with a distracted mind. If your brain is bouncing between texts, TikTok, Spotify, Reddit, YouTube, and that girl who hasn't texted back, how the hell are you supposed to build anything meaningful? You can't. Seneca said, "If you are everywhere, you are nowhere." And that's exactly where most men live. Nowhere. You scroll for hours, wondering why you feel anxious. You consume non-stop, wondering why you can't create. You chase dopamine hits and wonder why your goals feel far away. Let me give it to you straight. Most men aren't addicted to laziness. They're addicted to noise. And here's the brutal truth. A noisy mind is a weak mind. A distracted man is a defeated man. You want peace. You want clarity. You want results. Then cut the noise. Ruthlessly. Turn off the notifications. Block the BS. Unfollow what doesn't serve you. Guard your attention, like your life depends on it, because it does. The world will always try to steal your focus. But a Stoic doesn't react to noise. He chooses what gets his energy. The man who can sit in silence, think deeply, and act with intention. That man is dangerous. That man can build an empire. That man is you if you choose it. I control my focus. I direct my attention with purpose. Rule 5. Stop seeking approval. You don't need permission to become dangerous. Let's be honest. You say you want to grow. You say you want to level up. But the moment someone raises an eyebrow at your new habits, you start to shrink. Why? Because deep down you still want to be liked. You still want their approval. You want to evolve, but not if it means standing alone. Marcus Aurelius said, "We love ourselves more than other people, yet care more about their opinions." Read that again. It stings, doesn't it? Here's the brutal truth. The more you grow, the more resistance you'll face, not from strangers, but from people close to you. Why? Because your discipline reminds them of their excuses. Your growth threatens their comfort. Your new boundaries make them uncomfortable, so they mock you. They question you. They want the old you, the version they could control. But you're not here to be accepted. You're here to be exceptional. Stop waiting for applause. Stop explaining your grind. Stop softening your edge just to fit in with the soft. The Stoics didn't chase likes. They chased virtue. And if walking your path means walking alone, so be it. The wolf never apologizes to the sheep. I don't need approval. I follow purpose, not popularity. Rule 6. Let silence be your weapon. When you speak less, you say more. We live in a world where everyone's talking, but almost nobody is saying anything worth hearing. People tweet their every thought, argue online for strangers' approval, overshare their trauma to look deep, talk big, produce nothing. But the Stoics, they did the opposite. Epictetus said, "Let silence be your general rule, or say only what is necessary and in few words." Silence isn't weakness. Silence is strategy. Silence is power. Why? Because when you speak less, you listen more. You observe more. You react less. You stop leaking energy through useless explanations, debates, and ego-driven noise. Look, not every insult deserves a comeback. Not every text needs a reply. Not everyone deserves your words, your time, or your truth. The man who knows when to shut up and just watch, he sees everything, and because of that, he controls the board. Don't confuse silence with passivity. Silence means calculated presence. You don't yell to prove strength. You show strength by doing what most people can't. Staying still. Moving in silence. Acting with precision. Let your results speak. Let your discipline speak. Let your silence speak for your strength. Because in a loud world full of attention seekers, a man who moves in silence is terrifying. I don't speak to be heard. I speak when it's necessary. My silence is my strength. Rule 7. Own your mistakes without shame. You can't evolve if you keep hiding. Let's cut the act. You've messed up. We all have. Maybe you wasted years chasing the wrong girl. Maybe you betrayed your word. Maybe you lied, ghosted, cheated, quit. It happened. Now the question is, what the hell are you going to do about it? Most men run. They distract themselves. They blame others. They bury their mistakes under fake positivity and fake progress. But the Stoics, they did the hard thing. They owned it. Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Translation: stop pretending. Stop spinning the story to protect your ego. Stop hiding behind reasons. You kegged up. Say it, face it, and then rise from it. Because shame is a trap. It doesn't heal you, it keeps you small. But ownership is liberation. You don't get stronger by pretending to be flawless. You get stronger by being radically honest, even when it hurts, especially when it hurts. Own your story, so no one can use it against you. Own your flaws so you can build from them. Own your past, so you can rewrite your future. You are not your mistakes, but you are responsible for fixing what they broke. I own my past. I don't run from it. I rise because of it. Rule 8. Discomfort is your teacher. Stop running from what's trying to make you stronger. Let me tell you something that could change your life. If you let it, discomfort isn't the enemy. It's not something to avoid. It's not punishment. It's your teacher. But most guys, the second things get uncomfortable, they run. They feel anxiety. They grab their phone. They feel loneliness. They hit up an old hookup. They feel fear. They binge Netflix or scroll TikTok for hours. You've been trained to escape pain. But every time you run from discomfort, you're running from your growth. Epictetus said, "Don't hope events will turn out the way you want. Welcome them as they happen." That is the path to peace. Real peace isn't found in comfort. It's found in power, the kind you earn by sitting in the fire. When life gets heavy, don't numb it. Feel it. When it hurts, ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Because the pain has a purpose. The delay, the heartbreak, the failure. It's not there to destroy you. It's shaping you. It's preparing you. You can't build muscle without resistance. You can't build character without discomfort. So stop searching for easy, start choosing hard. Because once you stop fearing pain, you become untouchable. Discomfort is my teacher. I no longer run. I sit in the fire and rise stronger. Discipline over motivation. You don't need hype, you need habits. Let's clear something up right now. Motivation is a liar. It's a mood, a sugar high, a temporary spark. It gets you excited until life punches you in the face. But discipline is what shows up when you don't want to. Discipline is what wakes you up when motivation says, hit snooze. Discipline doesn't care how you feel, it just gets the job done. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." That's what freedom really is. Not doing whatever you want, but doing what's necessary, even when you don't feel like it. Most guys chase motivation hacks. They want the playlist, the energy drink, the YouTube pump up. But the Stoic, he builds systems, he builds structure, he builds self-respect. Wake up at the same time. Train your body. Control what you consume. Read, write, reflect daily. It's boring, it's repetitive, but it's real. Discipline doesn't scream. It whispers, do it anyway. And if you can master that whisper, you'll never be stuck again. You'll move regardless of weather, mood, or circumstance, because you've become the man who doesn't wait to feel ready. You move because it's who you are. I lead myself through discipline. I act even when I don't feel like it. Rule 10. Live in alignment. Not in your head. Enough talk be about it. Let's talk about one of the biggest traps out there. Mental masturbation. You sit around dreaming about your ideal self. You read the quotes. You watch Stoic videos. You say things like, "I'm working on myself." But are you really? Because here's the truth. You don't become better by thinking about it. You become better by living it. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." That means stop performing. Stop overanalyzing. Stop waiting for perfect timing, perfect energy, perfect clarity. If you say you want to be disciplined, show me in your daily routine. If you say you value your time, show me your screen time. If you say you're focused, show me your output. Your mind is full of big ideas, but your actions are telling the real story. And if those two things don't align, that's why you feel stuck. That's why you feel unfulfilled. That's why nothing's changing. Alignment isn't about perfection. It's about congruence. It's about matching your values with your behavior. No more someday. No more. I'm working on it. Just be it. Live it. Do it. Let your life be the loudest thing about you. I don't talk about who I am. I live it. I align my actions with my values. Rule 11. Never complain. Adapt silently. Whining is for the weak. Adjust and advance. Here's a hard truth most people can't swallow. Nobody cares about your complaints. Not your boss. Not your friends. Not the algorithm. Life doesn't hand out rewards for pity. It rewards those who adjust in silence and keep moving. The modern world has trained men to seek attention through victimhood, but the Stoic man, he doesn't need sympathy. He needs strategy. Marcus Aurelius didn't write, "Complain and cry until someone helps." He wrote, "If it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. You're not a child. You're not fragile. You don't need to vent to feel better. You need to adapt. You didn't get the result you wanted. Cool. Try again. Smarter. Quieter. She ghosted you. Good. Now you're free to level up. Your plan didn't work. Tweak it. Don't tweet about it. Every second you waste complaining is a second you could have used to shift, build, recover, or lead. And here's the cold truth. The more silently you rise, the louder your success becomes. So next time life hits you, don't post about it. Don't mourn. Don't blame. Just grind in silence. Real men don't complain. They calibrate. They conquer. I don't complain. I adapt. I move in silence and execute. Rule 12. Lead yourself first. If you can't lead you can't lead anyone. Every guy wants influence, wants power, wants to be respected, wants to be followed. But here's the deal. You can't lead anyone until you lead yourself. Not your girl, not your friends, not your team, not even your little brother. Because leadership isn't about titles, it's about example. No one is following the guy who talks big but can't wake up on time. The guy who posts quotes but can't control his impulses. The guy who preaches standards but breaks his own every weekend. The Stoics knew this. They weren't loud. They were consistent. Marcus Aurelius was an emperor. But first, he was a man who held himself accountable in private. Leadership starts in the mirror. It starts when no one is watching. It starts when you choose responsibility over excuses every single day. So stop waiting for someone to inspire you. Stop waiting for someone to drag you into discipline. Stop waiting for a savior. Be that man for yourself. Because once you lead yourself, you don't have to beg for respect. You become it. I lead myself first. I live in a way that earns my own respect. Now, it's your turn. Don't just nod, apply. Rule by rule. You've just heard 12 of the most brutal, most powerful, most necessary Stoic rules a modern man could live by. These weren't tips. They weren't inspiration fluff. They were truths, and truth demands action. Now what? You could close this tab, go back to scrolling, tell yourself, that was good, and tomorrow, be the same. Or, you pick one rule, just one, and you live it today, not next week. Now, because nothing changes until you change. And it doesn't start with a perfect plan. It starts with action, discipline, repetition. One rule turns into 2, one change becomes 10, and one version of you dies so the stronger one can rise. This isn't a game. Your potential isn't some soft maybe. It's a brutal calling. And now you have the blueprint. So here's your final challenge. Stop negotiating with your weakness. Control your reactions. Do the hard things. Cut the noise. Stop seeking approval. Let silence be your power. Own your mistakes. Embrace discomfort. Choose discipline. Live in alignment. Never complain. And above all, lead yourself first. Because the world doesn't need more talkers. It needs men who are dangerous not to others, but to their own excuses. Fix your mind. Fix your life. I live by truth. I lead with strength. I fix my mind, and I fix my life.